A commitment to defend each other in case of threats or attacks from foreign forces gave birth to the Mutual Defense Treaty between the Philippines and the United States in 1951. But there was a need to define the roles of American military troops being sent to the country, hence the Visiting Forces Agreement came about in 1998.
Yung VFA is just an implementing agreement ng MDT, the Mutual Defense Treaty. Undefined yung kanilang rights and duties. So we needed the Visiting Forces Agreement.
Former Senator Kit Tatad was one of the sponsors of a Senate resolution giving the Senate's approval to the VFA in 1999. But Tatad admits the agreement is not perfect.
Ngayon, is this a perfect agreement? Mukhang hindi. Maraming kakulangan ito na kailangan sana nakita natin.
Aside from the joint military exercises and assistance in times of disasters, under the VFA, U.S. military personnel are entitled to relaxed visa and passport policies. Tax-free importation of equipment, materials, and supplies are also provided in the VFA. U.S. military aircrafts and vessels can also freely enter the Philippine territory. Tatad says that whether the country truly benefited from the treaty or not, we cannot exclude the fact that the U.S. is an important military ally.
Kahit na matanggal yung ating alliance with the U.S. will remain as a global power and as an Asia-Pacific power. Saan ba tayo? Is there any possibility na yung kaibigan natin kahapon magiging kalaban natin bukas? Can we afford that?
So what happens now after the government decided to terminate the VFA? Tatad sees two possible scenarios.
Good and bad. If the motive of the president is to improve the terms of the agreement, our basic treaty with the U.S., well, this is an opportunity. Pero it's a complete disaster if the intention is really to scrap not just the BFA, but the basic security treaty between the Philippines and the United States.
Former Foreign Affairs Secretary Albert Del Rosario says that terminating the VFA is, in his words, a national tragedy. Meanwhile, Foreign Affairs Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin Jr. said in a tweet that it's time for the Philippines to stand on its own and VFA with other countries is not an option. Experts say that ending the Visiting Forces Agreement with the United States could give the country an option to review its security alliance with the superpower. Discussions could involve possible improvements from the current deal without compromising the country's sovereignty. Tristan Odalo, CNN Philippines.